What's up, everybody? Kaiju Lou here.
And Sega Sean.
And welcome, one and all, to Zone 29 of the Super Game Strikers podcast. Here on YouTube.
One and all is the correct definition. There's only one person watching.
Oh, man.
It's only you. You're like, that's right.
First things first. Most important question I have to ask Sean. How was your Halloween?
Oh, man, it was...
Did you have a good time?
Yeah.
Did you go trick-or-treating?
No.
Did you harass all the poor little kids by telling them to like and subscribe to Super Game Strikers?
I almost did, but you gave me the idea at last minute. I heard you were doing that. And,
oh, man, you know it.
We got a couple lawsuits on our hands.
I gave them our business cards and everything in the little buckets.
We got a couple lawsuits on our hands, and
yeah.
We're here to announce the channel's ending. And we're doing a podcast about it.
Retro Nick's like, oh!
Nah. They didn't tell me. All right.
But my Power Rangers.
But anyway.
It was a good Halloween.
Yeah.
Really quiet.
Yeah, I had Olive Garden, you know.
What even?
It was
the most random thing.
It was random.
What a way to celebrate Halloween, I swear.
What a way.
What a way.
Okay.
Oh, man. Well, anyway, Olive Garden's good.
Well, yeah, the service was fast because nobody was there either.
Hey-oh.
Hey-oh.
But
Jesus.
Without further ado, it was a good Halloween. It was pretty quiet. We have some random costumes. You know, you got your top costumes for this year. Apparently, are Donald Trump, Harambe, and also I don't know if you've heard, they actually made a costume for the exploding Samsung phone. They actually made, it's a charred phone and half your face is burnt.
That's a good idea. That's...
And literally it's called Samsung Phone User.
2016 is officially the scariest year.
And, clowns. Clowns everywhere.
Yeah.
The clown purge.
Did you run into any of them?
Woo! Yeah, I did. Woo! I had to. Wham, wham, wham!
I don't think that's how...
I ran.
I don't think that's how it works.
Oh.
Wham, wham, wham.
What about you?
No.
Did you have to fight them off?
I was inside my house like, you know, a 25-year-old should.
With your samurai skills?
Alone on a Friday night, you know.
Before people leave.
Let's get
right into the video game news, because that's what you're all here for, right? For video games.
God, we've already wasted, like, what, 2 minutes and 48 seconds.
Oh, that's a great start. Without further ado, let's jump right in with some Sega news.
Oh!
Sega just confirmed the licensing for the 2020 Summer Olympics, which means there's going to be a Mario and Sonic at the 2020 Olympic Games in Tokyo, right?
Yeah.
So there you go. 4 more years
of that.
And
last game was good. I mean, you know.
But this thing is going to be on the Switch.
Yep. Another game confirmed. Again from Sega, you know.
You got 4 more years. In 4 more years, that is when the next Nintendo console will be released.
Oh, well then... Oh, the Winter Olympics. Because remember they have Mario and Sonic the Winter, so it's not 4 years.
So it's the Nintendo Wii Switch. People are like, no.
Don't put that Wii name in there.
Oh, man. So, yes. Which is to be expected. Sega confirming licensing for 2020 Summer Olympics. Mario and Sonic at the 2020 Tokyo Olympic Games. Now on to some Nintendo news. Some more Amiibo news, some more restock news. If if anyone out there doesn't know yet, when they restocked at Best Buy, rare Amiibos like Lucina, Gold Mario, and Pit, they also just let you guys know they restocked a whole bunch of NES Amiibos. I don't know if they're available in any other stores, but I saw a whole bunch of them at our local Best Buy, so have added a bunch of NES Amiibos now available.
Only in America.
As well as also, me and Sega Sean just found out at our Toys R Us Christmas paper, the big book, Lady Palutena will be getting a restock at Toys R Us. At Toys R Us stores, originally an Amazon exclusive.
Yeah.
Now is available to the public at your local Toys R Us store.
Only in America.
Exactly. God bless America.
Oh, don't bring him into this. Anyway.
And,
oh, go.
God bless America. God bless the Cubs.
Oh, that's right. Tonight. They got a game coming. Oh, I'm sorry. We are... I'm sorry. They lost or won by this point, so, you know.
Oh, you're not going to edit this out, are you?
No!
Oh! Ooh, this is why I don't want to do this.
They either won and or lost, so good or bad on them. We hate them anyway.
But some sad news, though.
Oh.
For real sad news.
Oh, for real.
Wii U, it's been announced that Wii U Production will end by apparently the end of the month, the end of November, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess they'll still be releasing games because we're still expecting The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild to come out for the Wii U as well as for the Switch, which means that I guess they'll still be producing games, but official production of the Wii U console will cease by the end of November.
Yeah, even Europe apparently has been confirmed that they can't order anymore at the end of the month.
What about Japan?
I don't know. They didn't say anything about that, so...
And also by the end of the fiscal year, Nintendo will have expected to sell 800,000 Wii U consoles this year.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a shame.
I don't know.
Well, at least you got yours before they stopped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or even you think that like at local retro game stores or any retailers that still sell the Wii U, whatever's left after the production, you think they'll amp up the price because it's rare or it's the last of its kind? Or nah?
Nah. I'm sure there'll be... When they say end production, that means like they're ending production, but there's still plenty in the warehouses and stuff. So, I mean... Yeah, I wouldn't see a shortage or anything.
Alright. Too bad, so sad. Domo arigato, Senor Wii U.
That's a lot of languages.
Oh, man, I'm a tri-hexlingual. Now, time to feel old. We got another anniversary.
Oh, man, I don't know.
9 years ago, Super Mario Galaxy was out for the Wii. Not Wii U.
You got it at launch, remember? You were there in New York?
Yep, I was.
That's where you live.
You know it, man.
That's crazy. It's amazing you can come from New York to here every week. I don't
Hey,
know.
like you said, Cub fans are everywhere.
Yeah,
You gotta represent the team.
You have so much money that, you just come here and I'm just amazed.
You are so full of shit. I'm laughing. I can't. I wish in another universe. I actually just got the game last year myself and played through it, all of it. Absolutely love it. Yes, I did. One of my top 2 favorite Wii titles, right next to Kirby: Return to Dreamland. And great game, great music.
So you got all 100 whatever stars?
I beat the story.
So you didn't play through the whole game because you're missing a whole bunch more.
I don't care.
I'm really sorry, Lou.
It's fine. Game sucks anyway.
You were just saying it's one of your top 2 favorite Wii games. Game sucks anyway. Go back to New York.
I was going to continue, but man, I got so much games to beat and master, because this channel expects a lot from me. So I gotta represent now.
Are you ever gonna play through Paper Mario and the 1,000-Year-Old Door for us? I mean,
I guess.
I don't know. I've been meaning to talk to you about that. I don't think it's gonna work out.
Why not?
Because I'm canceling the channel. We got sued, remember?
Oh, that's right. Those trick-or-treaters. What did you do?
Well, I did what you told me to, man, and we have to end the channel, so this is the last episode. This is the last podcast.
People out there are like, thank God.
They didn't even make it to 30.
Thank God. Thank God for Rudy. Pokemon Sun and Moon. Some big news about that.
That's a game.
Pokemon Sun and Moon is set to come out November 18th. Is now officially hit the record as the most pre-downloaded game in Nintendo history, as well as the most downloaded 3DS game of all time.
Amazing.
Unreal. And but yet each and every week they keep pushing trailer after trailer after trailer for it. I'm like, why are you doing that? We can see the evolved forms on our own. We can see the final evolutions on our own. We can see the features on our own. Why is Nintendo really pushing this game? They're acting like it's not going to do well. But it's Pokemon.
I know.
I understand.
Well, you know the reason why is because they have Nick's attention now. So
yeah,
you know.
Yeah. It's all about that asshole.
He's like, guys, no. All right.
But yeah, Pokemon Sun and Moon once again set to come out in a couple of more weeks.
Are you gonna get it?
It's a maybe.
All right.
What about you?
I haven't pre-ordered.
You got both pre-ordered, I heard, both Sun and Moon.
Yeah, the Steelbook thing from Amazon. I didn't pay for it.
I didn't pay for it.
Mary's getting it, Panda Mare, but you know I get to play Moon, so yeah.
Nintendo Switch is going to come out with a special presentation, possibly a Nintendo Direct, next year on January 12th of 2017.
Can't wait. What are you expecting, man?
Finally explaining what the fuck it is.
Yo, yeah, in truth, yes.
That's all I want to know.
Are you scared?
Reggie better not con us.
I imagine they're just going to reveal the specs, how things can do things, and a couple games.
Yeah, pretty much.
Please let the 3D Mario game be a launch title. I'm begging you. I need it! I've been waiting years!
Skyrim for Switch.
Well, yeah, but Santa's there, they're like, we're not really doing it. Nintendo's like,
well, I guess
why?
if they don't do it, alright, that's fine, but it's going to make them look bad because they showed it in the trailer, and all the fans will be like, where's Skyrim? I want my Skyrim.
Yeah.
Where's Skyrim, Sega Sean? What did you do with it?
Well, Kaiju Lou is the main perpetrator.
But yeah, January 12th, 2017, possible Nintendo Direct, but it's a Nintendo presentation on the Nintendo Switch. Speaking of switching things around, time for the movies, TV, and main media news.
Yeah, here we go.
Doctor Strange from Marvel Comics is out now in theaters on November 4th. And so yeah, Doctor Strange, played by the great British actor Benedict Cumberbatch. Benedict Cumberbatch. And who was also in a ton of movies, but best known for Sherlock on BBC, as well as voicing Smaug from the Hobbit movies, and as well as other movies. He was in 12 Years a Slave, and there was another movie that came out 1 or 2 years ago that he starred in. I forgot the name of it. But yeah, so
it sounds like you're really... What I've noticed from you is that you've been wetting yourself every time a new trailer comes out for the movie, and I have to ask, what is your connection to Doctor Strange? Are you a big Doctor Strange masturbator? I mean, what's going on here? Because when I told Nick, he's like, he's into Doctor Strange? I'm like, I guess so. He gets wet every time, so...
I talk about it in front of him for years, and now he's noticing.
That's what he told me.
Marvel got my attention.
So, I mean, is it...
All right, if you're curious, okay.
Well, I am. We gotta make something out of this podcast. So anyway...
Well, Doctor Strange, well, let's see. I've known him since I was little.
Ah, okay.
And I had a couple of the comic books. But also he appeared in some superhero shows, a special guest superhero, like in Spider-Man the Animated Series. The episode where Venom and Carnage show up. When Carnage made his first appearance, Carnage was working with Baron Mordo, who was the arch nemesis of Doctor Strange. And Doctor Strange shows up, and he's like, let me help you, Spidey. He's like, okay.
Okay.
And then Venom joins in, and then Iron Man shows up too for some reason.
So that's why you get wet, because you think about nostalgic
And he's the Sorcerer Supreme. He was also in Marvel Ultimate Alliance. I've played as him a lot. And also, several years back, Marvel, when they were dishing out all the animated features, they made a Doctor Strange animated movie, which takes place, I believe, still around the Ultimates universe with his own reboot story. But that was a good movie as well. And but yeah, and I've read some of the comics as well, and it's cool. You know, he's the Sorcerer Supreme. You know, like one of the only few magical characters in the Marvel Universe. And also, too, he has a pretty cool backstory. He was a doctor, and he was really arrogant, too, and full of himself, and selfish. One day, he broke his hands, and which sucks because he can't be a doctor anymore because he's a surgeon, a world-class surgeon, and he can't perform surgery with broken hands.
Did he fix his hands?
Yeah, when he went
Thank God.
Well, yeah, he fixed it through the help of his sorcery training and magic. When he went to the temple, I forgot what. Oh my God!
For some reason, I thought his hands were always broken.
I think it was Tibet. I'm not sure. It's a little rusty.
He cast a spell on you. They're all broken and dangly. Oh, that's terrible. So do you think that Mickey Mouse the Sorcerer could combat this guy?
And he fights Baron Mordo as well as his. I wonder if Dormammu, the archdemon, is going to be in this movie as well. That would be cool to see.
So.
And even too, I think one of the James Bond villains is going to play Baron Mordo, who was his enemy of Dr. Strange. He was in Casino Royale. He played the villain on there that played poker with James Bond.
Yeah, I've been to the Casino Zone. I know what you're talking about.
Yep, there you go. But other than that, Dr. Strange out now in theaters.
Okay.
Oh, and also too, and Doctor Strange is also going to be with the Avengers as well as Guardians of the Galaxy for the Infinity War. Yeah. We're all going to be together.
That's exciting.
Yeah, so they need a magic dude.
I hope nobody dies.
Spider-Man's going to go.
They just got him back. They give it to Andrew again.
This is how it goes. Some villain goes peekaboo. No, it's Negan.
Eenie.
I'm gonna get you. Oh man.
Oh.
But well, what else we got here? Some Sonic movie news for the first time.
Yeah.
The producer of the Deadpool movie, of all things, Tim Miller, who was also supposed to be the producer of Deadpool 2, but he's not anymore due to creative differences with Deadpool star Ryan Reynolds. And so he's going to be the producer, apparently, former Deadpool producer, producing the Sonic live-action movie. As well as a former director of the Fast and Furious movies, Neil H. Moritz is going to be a producer as well for the Sonic movie. So, yeah.
I mean, you got
this is all you, Sega Sean.
Well, I don't know.
Good luck.
Vin
Diesel confirmed the voice.
Oh no, he's Knuckles.
Do you bleed? You will.
I'm not even putting any high hopes into it. It's a live action / CG
Fucking
movie.
Retro Nick's gonna rub it in on you.
But I don't care.
I know, but he's still going to.
In the world that we're in, where every franchise, like your beloved Ghostbusters, got ruined and stuff like that. In a world,
hey, I'm just shaking. Everyone's so sad about it not being a sequel. I'm just like 50 million.
Yeah,
50 million down the tubes.
Sonic has been very successful in other mediums besides video games. So, if kids are happy with it and don't get scared and run out by the bug-eyed, realistic CG Sonic, and I'm just sitting there like, yeah. I mean, if it does well, it does well. But you can expect a kid in there. You can expect the easily...
I'm calling it now. Bryan Cranston's going to play Eggman.
The easy movie tropes are going to be present. But if they're not, if they actually do something, I'll be happy. If they don't, I expect it. So I'm not getting my hopes up. I want to see a trailer.
My two predictions was going to be a kid, and then they're going to do some Michael Bay bullshit where the movie's going to star a kid. Yeah. He's in love with a girl. Sean's going to make the kid confident again.
You got to have confidence.
Sean's like, I'm going to show you how to get laid. And Sonic's going to have tattoos.
Yeah.
He's gonna have that.
No, I'm saying Knuckles will.
He's going to have tattoos, and fucking Amy's going to have a tramp stamp.
It's all downhill from here.
Knuckles is going to be the rapping dude with the chains and shit.
That's you, remember?
Probably voiced by DMX or something, or some guy that's looking for work.
But it is what it is.
I want to see a live-action Sonic and Knuckles fighting.
Yeah, you do.
I can see them. I can see a scene where the kid's hiding Sonic and all the animals, and the Knuckles and Sonic are going to be fighting. They're going to trash the house, and they're going to be gone. The kid's mom's going to come home. What did you do to my house? You're grounded, Mom. It wasn't me.
What if they travel into the world through a Sega Genesis? That'd be, Oh wait, that wouldn't make sense because like some characters.
Or it's gonna be and Sonic's gonna be the creation of Eggman because Eggman's gonna be a scientist. Government's gonna come in. We gotta stop your experiments. No, don't. They're all gonna grab him. Then for some reason, I have a girl named Maria. They're gonna shoot her in the face, and so they're gonna twist it.
Beginning of the movies, Takashi Iizuka's like, it's canon. At the end of the movie, when everyone's complaining, it's not canon. Oh well.
Shigeru was like, oh.
Shigeru's like, as long as Knights is in there, I mean.
The show flying by. It's like, oh.
And we can probably expect a video game off of it. A movie adaptation of that. Chase Strickland actually said, what if it's based off the Boom series? I'm like, I don't know. Let's do it. I don't
make
know.
His hair all real and stuff.
I don't know. What it is? Wait till we see a trailer.
We're scaring all the fans away here.
I'm sure they're just as scared.
Last bit of news. Some random thing, but I have to give mention to this. Not for the first time. Some WWE news.
Okay.
Real talk here.
Nick's like leaning forward. He's like, this is something I could get into.
Okay. A real milestone just recently happened in WWE history. A real history-making moment. This past Sunday, WWE had a Raw pay-per-view called Hell in a Cell. And for the very first time ever, has never been done, the last match of the night, the main event, was for the women's title. For the first time ever, female wrestlers did the main event of a pay-per-view of all things. And this has never been done before, where they had female wrestlers do the pay-per-vent. You've had a lot of great female wrestlers over the years who are Hall of Famers, who are very well established. You had Chyna, may God rest her soul. You got Lita, Trish Stratus, Victoria, Michelle McCool, the Bellas, AJ Lee, Paige, all of them. But for the first time ever, they have those greats. They have never done this before. This is like really wall breaking. The last match of the night, it lasted literally 25 minutes. A 25-minute long match. And on top of that, it's a Hell in a Cell cage match, where two women are fighting in there. One is Sasha Banks, who was defending the title, and who was going up against Charlotte, Ric Flair's daughter. And spoiler alert, Sasha Banks loses. Charlotte wins the match in this history-making moment, becoming a 3-time women's champion. Woo! So, yeah, Sean, a big Ric Flair fan.
I don't give a shit about any of this.
But yeah, bottom line, congratulations those two, and it was actually a really good match too. Really good match, but history-breaking moment. If I was a little kid 15 years ago, I grew up with The Rock and Stone Cold Steve Austin, and someone told me this was going to happen, I'd be like, not a freaking million years, And because women wrestlers today are completely different than they were back then. Back then, they had no skill. They were just hired, paid for as eye candy. That's all. You had your Tori Wilson, Stacy Keibler, whatever. Girls who couldn't really wrestle for shit. And today you really got some warriors now. You really do. They're actually really skilled. And they're even trying to slowly move away from the term diva now and actually be called a female wrestler to be taken more seriously. And yeah, so good for them. Congratulations, bottom line, to Charlotte and Sasha Banks for this history-making moment in WWE history. Right now, a couple of more things. Daytona III is going to come out in the arcades in 2016.
Yeah.
Do you know when in 2016? Because you only got 2 more months left of 2016.
Oh, that's right. I don't know. Maybe because it was confirmed in 2016. I don't know. The last Daytona game was in 1998, and the one before that was 96.
For the Daytona 2 for the Sega CD.
Was it? Have you done your research?
You have it.
Oh.
You don't?
I have the Sega Saturn. The first
Saturn, my bad.
Yeah, but the first one. I don't know if the second one came out on any systems.
I thought you have one.
I only have the first one.
What are those games that are sitting in my house still? Are those CD or Saturn?
Saturn.
Okay, I thought Daytona was in that stack.
It is, but that's for the Sega... Yeah, Sega Saturn.
There you go. I'm confused. All right. That's the first
Daytona. Yeah, the first one. I don't know if the second one came out on systems or not.
Yeah.
I bet you're going to be waiting in line for this Daytona 3 in the arcade lines.
I'm going to be sitting in the arcade. Who goes to arcades?
Galloping Ghost.
Yeah. But what... Are there even any lines anymore in arcades?
Yeah. No!
No, I'm being serious.
No! Unless if you're, like, really into it, man. I mean...
You know, if we go to an arcade now, are you expecting a line? Everyone's going, like, my turn to play Daytona, dude.
Let's do that! It's gonna kill me!
You got the 90 kids with the flaming shirt and the backwards cap with the fucking huge jug of Coca-Cola fucking playing.
Slurpee from 7-Eleven.
Oh, man.
We're waiting outside a galloping ghost. You got it yet?
So, if you got a local arcade gaming, I was going to call it store, an arcade gaming hangout near you.
Yeah, go for it.
Go play some Daytona 3.
I hope they have the theme song in there. It's all hip-hop. Daytona.
Another anniversary. Twisted Metal 2, 20th anniversary. Twisted Metal, long car shooting game series. Spawned a whole bunch of sequels. Some of them, most recent one, Twisted Metal, was it Black? Or no, it was just called Twisted Metal for the PS3. And also Sweet Tooth, who was the main antagonist of Twisted Metal, made an appearance too in
PlayStation
Super Smash Brothers fighting game from PlayStation called
See, I was gonna see
PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale.
Where he went toe-to-toe with Kratos.
Yep. It was also in one of the most recent death battles fighting Jocker.
That guy is just a clown.
Yeah, quit clowning around.
Man. Jesus, we are just... Alright.
The Twisted Metal game I've played growing up was Twisted Metal 4 for PlayStation. So yeah, if it was that one, I would have so much more knowledge on that. But
I remember seeing... I remember I was at a cousin's house, and they were playing it, and I was like, what is this?
What is this?
Because, you know, they had, like, the metal music going and stuff. I'm like... I was little.
I remember when they had Twisted Metal 4, they had Rob Zombie doing the soundtrack. He was even also his own playable character. He was this he was an undead zombie, Rob Zombie.
I wouldn't have guessed.
And his car was a fucking casket with guns and everything.
Yeah. And
even played like his soundtrack, like the popular 90s song that was everywhere called Dragula. And
Jet Set Radio remixed.
Yeah. So there you go. That was my memories. That was the head banging when I was little.
Oh yeah, flaming hot shirt and everything, eating your Cheetos.
Flowers.
You know what? Now that I think about it, that was the first time I seen a PlayStation controller. And I remember looking at it, I'm like, what? I'm like, what's going on?
And when I was a little kid, I was like, "Say, Sean and I are gonna talk about this 15 years from now."
Well, we kept our promise.
Before YouTube was even out yet. Last bit of news. Mikel Anzo, who we talked about before as being the creator of Beyond Good and Evil, who's also working on Beyond Good and Evil 2, the long-awaited sequel by cult-following fans.
Oh, wait. No. We never talked about this, remember? It hasn't been confirmed, I guess, officially, but... people have been saying that the Beyond Good and Evil 2 is actually not a sequel. It's a sequel type of deal.
Oh, okay. And I never played the first one, so I don't know.
Well, no. But remember, I was so shocked because we learned about the news when we talked about it. It's going to be a Nintendo Switch exclusive, apparently.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
That's cool.
I mean, if it is. I wasn't on the news, but I mean, I figured I would just mention it.
All right.
God.
The more you know. As well as Mikel Anzo, also known for making the Rayman games, as well as randomly Peter Jackson's King Kong.
Pandamare likes that game.
Yep.
She recently beat it again.
All the same guy. And, but yeah, speaking of Rayman, he randomly was digging up from God knows where. Probably buried it in a hole somewhere. Decided to take out the shovel, and he found his long-lost SNES version of the first Rayman game, which up to this day he apparently claims is still playable and runs at 60 frames a second.
Yeah.
Wait, so back in the day, games were able to run at 60 frames per second?
Oh
yeah. Yeah?
Like a lot of GameCube games, that's 60 frames.
Oh, but this was SNES.
Yeah, but still, yeah.
And SNES games ran 60 frames per second? Oh, wow.
See, the reason why developers make it such a big deal now is because... you know
how I love behind 60 frames per second.
No, I know. The reason why they make a big deal out of it is because, think about it, with how many graphics are on the screen at one time, it's kind of hard to make that run
like
fast.
Retro Nick, I want 1080p with 60 frames per second.
Oh. Hey Nick, if you're watching,
I'm like, not gonna happen.
It's not happen. I'm not gonna.
Oh.
Oh well, technically Nintendo does that with Mario Kart 8. That's 60 frames per second, 1080, 1000 HP. Oh man. Oh well, this is.
Well, this was the original Rayman, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because Rayman came out first for the SNES.
No, he never came out on the SNES. That's why it's such a big find. It was a prototype.
It was a prototype for the SNES.
Yeah,
the only known copy in existence.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
It only came out on Sega Saturn, which I have, and the PlayStation.
If
and any other thing.
If he sold it, how much you think it would be? Woo!
It's a lot.
Only one of its kind.
It doesn't even have a cartridge. It's just a chip.
One of its kind.
Oh.
That is crazy. What, $1,000?
Yeah. Maybe. Yeah.
I guess. Whew.
Are you gonna buy it?
Maybe. I got the Connects. I'm gonna call them up.
I know. You know, like I said, you traveled from New York to here.
I'm gonna go right to France to see them.
Yeah. So this was a great final episode, I think. You know.
Yeah, this was a great final episode.
I can't believe the channel's ending because we got sued.
Sure.
You know, Retro Nick is the owner of the channel technically.
All responsibility goes to him.
So he's gonna have to put it up with this. We thank you for
We're off to retire on our island.
We're off the books.
We're off the books. So any last words to this?
Well, you know,
we had Zone 30 coming up, but we just couldn't make it.
We couldn't make it. You know, the executives wouldn't let us, and we didn't get enough money for it.
Yep.
So we'll see you next week.
See you next week for some more content.
Yeah.
On this very neutral note, be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe to Super Game Strikers here on YouTube. And please like and follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. This is Kaiju Lou.
Sega Sean.
Please stay tuned for more future content to come, as well as future podcasts to come. And take care.
We're not really ending, are we?